With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, the question says, in a case of polyembryony, if an embryo develops from the synergid and another from the nucleus, then the synergid embryo is and nuclear embryo is. So for 1 and 2 blanks, we have to fill from the given options. Okay. So if we talk about polyembryony over here, so as we know what is polyembryony, it is where more than one embryo develops within a seed. Okay. Now generally embryos are formed when a male gamete that has n number of chromosomes, it fertilizes with female gamete that also has n number of chromosomes, right? Now they both fertilize and they form a zygote that has diploid number of chromosomes, that is 2n in number. Alright. However, when an embryo forms from cells other than egg cell, okay, when the embryo it is formed from cells, now these cells are not egg cells, okay. So it occurs without any fertilization. So when embryo is formed from cells other than egg cells, so this formation is without fertilization, okay. Without fertilization with the male gamete. Alright. So due to lack of fertilization, so over here what is happening when the embryo is being formed from cells which are not egg cells and there is no fertilization. So due to the lack of fertilization, what happens that the number of embryos that are formed from such cells, so the number of embryos formed, they will be same as that of the cell from which it has been formed. Okay, so it will be same from the number of cells it has been formed. Okay. So basically what I want to say over here, that when embryo which is being formed from the cells which are not, and these cells are not the egg cells, okay, and this embryo is being formed without the fertilization. So because of the lack of fertilization, the number of embryos that will be formed, that will be the same from the number of cells it has been formed, okay. So in this case what will happen, that embryos are formed from, now if we talk about the two options given over here, one is for the synergid cell, right? So if we talk about synergid cell which is not egg cell, right? So synergid cells are haploid in number, that is n in number. So the embryo that will be formed, embryo will also be haploid in number, okay. Now if we talk about nucleus, so nucleus is diploid in number, that means it has 2n chromosomes. So the embryo formed over here will be also diploid in number, okay. So now nucleus and synergid cells both are not egg cells, but the embryo is being formed from these cells, right? So and that is formed without any fertilization. Correct. So now the number of embryos that are formed over here will be the same number of the cells that it has been formed from. For example, over here in synergid cell, it is haploid, so the embryos that will be formed, that will also be haploid. And for the nucleus, it is diploid, so the embryos that will be formed, that will also be diploid over here. Okay, so for our question, from the given options, the synergid embryo will be what? It will be haploid, right? And the nuclear embryo will be diploid in number. So from the given options, we can say that our option number 3, that for option 1 it is haploid, and for blank 2 it is diploid. Our option number 3 becomes the correct answer over here. I hope I have solved the question. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.